everyone. Today is the day of a solar eclipse, and I thought it would be great to offer an improv guided meditation. Again, if you haven't done this with me before, I make up a guided meditation on the spot to share with you with whatever inspiration comes in the moment. And as I mentioned, today being a solar eclipse, the energies of today are related to the fact that today the sun gets partially blocked by the moon. And during a solar eclipse, that which has been unseen before is up for healing. So you think like the sun's light is blocked, and then suddenly the things that are in the darkness are up for healing. So let's invite that in for ourselves, the healing of past hurts, past traumas. And also as the light comes back, as alignment changes and the sun comes in, let's also invite in that which we do want moving forward. And we're in a time of great planetary change. We can all feel it, I know. I was reading a writer, Teal Swan, the other day, and she said something that was very profound to me. She said that many of us want to heal the suffering that's going on Earth, and many of us feel powerless to do so. Like, we might see pain or suffering in a certain area, but we don't feel like there's a whole lot that we can do in those areas. And that can be very frustrating because it's very sad to see these things transpiring and feel sort of powerless over them. And her suggestion was, and I just thought this was so beautiful, her suggestion was to look at suffering as a whole. So not just their suffering, but our suffering. And not that you want to take it on, but more in the sense that if you look at suffering as a whole, within humanity, you can start working on your own and start decreasing the suffering of the world, even when you can't make changes in a certain area. So I really want this to be the focus of today, transforming our own pain, that which has been in the darkness surfacing, and then what it is that we do want in the light. So without me talking anymore, let's get into the guided meditation. So just get nice and relaxed wherever you are sitting or laying, and make any adjustments that you need to make. Sitting comfortably in your seat. Letting your breath slow and deepen. Oxygen is so healing. How often do we take nice, deep, nourishing breaths? At your own pace, just taking nice, nourishing, comfortable breaths, letting all of your muscles soften on every out breath. And when you're ready, I want you to open your hands and put your palms facing the ceiling so that they're open and in a receiving mode. Let's invite in God's light, source, universe, spirit, whatever terms you like and love. Let's invite in energy to shine down upon us in beautiful, radiant light. Very gentle light, very gentle and loving, into the palms, but also over our head threads into the crown and into our bodies. Very nourishing, very kind and loving light. And as this light comes into the crown and sinks down through into the body, seeing your heart become radiant and charged, and just glowing, this radiant energy, this radiant light. If you have a hard time imaging, that's how I'd like to put it, any of this, it's okay, just go with it. No pressure on the self. Just go with the narrative. And I want you to think of something now, something that's been bothering you, or it can be a past pain that plagues you. Could be a pattern you see on the earth plane that you want to heal on behalf of humans and the earth. Could be something that just makes you sad. The thing about any of these patterns, any of these things that you see, is that there's often a cord attached to these experiences and feelings that go, even if they're current, that go far back to something else from when you were younger. When something happens when you're young, it comes up again and again as triggers when you're older because it wants to be resolved. And you get a chance again and again to resolve it. So think of something that maybe, the word that comes to mind is makes you sad, makes you disappointed, makes you fearful. Now this issue, this situation, this thing that you've brought up for yourself is stored within it's stored within your cells. We store past memories, we store the roots of our current triggers within our cells. So let's invite this beautiful, benevolent light as it goes within us to start healing our cells, healing that pain, healing that issue. Say to yourself, I'm ready to integrate this. I'm ready to integrate this. I'm ready to integrate this. And let's forgive all those related to this issue. And I know that's easier said than done. It's usually an organic process, and that's okay, but we'll invite that in, even if you're not ready. And all forgiveness is not imprinting your cells with the pain stored in the cells of another person. Just not accepting that pain into your cells. But if that pain is there, let's invite that light to shine on that pain. This light is benevolent and transformational, and we invite that in for healing. Now I want you to see yourself receiving some sort of gift related to that pain from your benevolent, loving guides. Could be anything. See if you feel a gift coming in of any sorts around this. Could be a realization, it could be an actual physical thing, it could be a feeling. Just see what comes in around this. And now, let's invite this issue to be integrated in to our beingness. And what I mean by that is it might have been stored as cellular memory and pain. And we're going to invite this light to integrate this pain into our being, and really everything that you are right now is a result of everything you've experienced before. You are an expanded being because of all the pains you felt as well as all the joys. So let's invite that this pain that you have, this whatever's making you sad, whatever's making you fearful, to now expand you, to integrate into the heart. And see that light that's working in the cells bring this thing into the heart. And your heart sort of alchemizes it, making you stronger and brighter than ever before. You just sort of, now you're an expanded being. And the way I can liken this so that it makes sense is if you were to, as an example, to buy a new car. At first you're extremely excited about the new car, and then after a while the excitement sort of fades. And it's because you've alchemized it in the heart and you've become it. You've become greater. So let's take this trauma and make it part of the greatness of who you are. Seeing it alchemize at the heart expanding. This is part of the greatness of who you are. Feeling your light from your heart getting bigger and bigger, extending out around your body about 2 or 3 feet into your energy field. And God's light still shining down upon you. And now that you are so full and expanded, Let this light continue shining down upon you abundantly and fully. And let's invite some of that energy to go down from us and invite it to go down to the ground and into the earth. And this light is abundant. It's not going to run out. It's filling you so abundantly. And sinking down to the earth. Bringing healing to the earth. Bringing healing to all inhabitants who want to have it. Bringing light. This light shining down, filling you, and down to the earth, filling the earth. Envisioning earth as abundant, full of love, full of peace and understanding and a great sense of wisdom. Seeing the earth as being safe. Seeing Earth's inhabitants as being abundant, free, full of love, peaceful. And if you have any extra energy at this point, you have all this light flowing through you. We're going to start closing the meditation. So invite in as much as you want and need to bring you through this eclipse day. Invite in as much as you want for the earth, or as much as the earth wants, rather. Let's set the intention that as much energy is needed, as much love, nurturing and kindness is needed, that it continues to flow. If you're feeling like you have kind of an overflow, let it down into the earth until you feel balanced. And we thank Mother Earth, and she thanks us back. All right, when you're ready, wiggle fingers and toes and bring your consciousness back. Thank you so much for joining me for this solar eclipse meditation. See you next time.